It is my pleasure to address you in this event on digital public infrastructure and AI for zero digital divides. It is true that in this very fast-paced technological revolution that is so pervasive and that is reaching every aspect of our life and every corner of the world, we should always remember that the advancements are not equal. We still have half of the population that is not connected to a stable source of internet, and we know that the development and deployment of technologies related to artificial intelligence are highly concentrated in 2 countries, almost 80% of these developments. And this leads to what we have in the upstream of high concentration to a downstream of discrimination and biases. Because if you are not represented in the data, if you are not ensuring that there is quality data, and if the biases and stereotypes that we have in the real world are just translated into the digital world, we are not advancing in building more inclusive societies. And it's very important that we build inclusive societies. It's the only sustainable way for the world to advance together. And this is why at UNESCO we are very proud to have achieved in 2021 the first global instrument, the recommendation on the ethics of artificial intelligence. And what we are trying to do with this, with our member states, that are now 194 with the return of the US, is to try to turn around the conversation, because this is not a technological conversation, it's a societal one. And to ensure that these technologies that can fascinate us are built to deliver stronger frameworks for human rights, for human dignity, fairer and inclusive outcomes, gender equality, environmental sustainability, and all the values that we share. And all of this framework needs to be translated into policies, because policies are the tools that governments have to advance and shape the markets. And to do so, at UNESCO, we're not only proud that we have this global standard, but we're also working with 50 countries around the world using a tool that member states ask us to develop, which is the readiness assessment methodology, that is helping us understand where countries are in their capacities to shape and to govern the technologies ethically. There's no time to lose. With generative AI, the pace and the depth of these technologies and the threats that they can produce in terms of divisions, in terms of misinformation, in terms of the threats to our democracy, to gender equality, can be huge. But we have the tools, we have the will, and we just need to shape it well. And I'm sure that your conversations today are going to help us to advance in a better understanding with very concrete solutions that we will be happy to join whenever the outcomes comes out. It's a pleasure to be with you, and I wish you the best in these discussions.